What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson here, and this is Elementary Season 5, Episode 6, Ill Tidings. So this one was a better episode as far as the case goes, and also better as far as the personal life stuff went as well. I think I talked about last week's episode. It wasn't as impressive as the show normally is. I feel like Elementary, I hold it to the standard that I expect. I expect a good case that's going to keep your mind thinking. Something that's going to be like, okay, so what's going to happen next? And then the personal life stuff, I want it to be interesting. I want it to be something that I can relate to. Last week I didn't feel that. So this week I was looking for something different. I got something different. The case was a lot better. It was a true mystery. It was a poisoning case that at first it's like, okay, so why did these people get poisoned? What happened? Who got poisoned? One person didn't. One person didn't get poisoned, so he's probably the suspect. Well, he's not the suspect. It turns out whoever poisoned them, maybe after these key cards that can allow them to access the internet. Oh, so now this place shuts down, and now it's assumed that it's a hoax. And it was really well done. It really kept Sherlock on his toes, which I think is fun whenever that happens. Whenever he truly doesn't know what's going on. Those are the fun cases, because you really don't know what to expect. You don't know exactly who's going to be guilty. You don't know what's going on. And ultimately, it is a very complex case. You poison these people to create a scare that causes this one, I think they're like a stock exchange place, causes them to shut down, which allows this guy a chance to break in, or not even break in, but sneak in, steal the paintings without any guards at all. And so now, they find the guy is dead. Sherlock thinks he probably had a partner. Turns out the guy who worked at the kitchen that they questioned first is the partner, and he was working inside all the whole time. He worked at getting a immunity against the venom to make sure that he could survive eating some of it. So it was a very complex case. It was very well done, very well written. And then on top of that, the personal life stuff was a lot more interesting too. And you've got Marcus lies on stand. He kind of perjures himself. He says that at first, and it's just kind of like, whoa, what does he mean he perjured himself? Ultimately, he went off of what Sherlock said. Sherlock didn't clarify that the witness said that he saw them, but ultimately he knows that the witness did see him. So he and Marcus end up having to work together to make sure that this witness testifies about what he actually saw, because the defense attorney was apparently about to make him lie on stand. And so, what is this all? Well, apparently, Marcus has a thing for the district attorney, and that kind of sets off this little thing between Sherlock and Fiona, I think her name is, his kind of girlfriend that hasn't really been talked about this entire season. And it kind of makes him feel like what they have isn't quite real. And even though I'm not a huge person who's just like, ooh, Sherlock and Fiona, what's going to happen to them? Oh my gosh, are they actually in love? What's going to happen? I'm not a big person on relationships. If you watch some of my reviews of other shows like Supergirl, like Gotham, shows like that tend to focus on the relationship stuff quite a bit. And it's too much. It takes away from the action, what's going on, the real story that I've come to see. Elementary tends to do a good job of leaving it off to the side. You have that story going on. It's kind of interesting to see, what's going on with Marcus at first that leads into the Fiona stuff. So I don't really mind it as much, and honestly, it's kind of interesting seeing Sherlock grow. Because even though at times it feels like this is not Sherlock, some of the things he says, you can clearly tell that New York has had an influence on him, and some of it just goes beyond what I think Sherlock actually is. But it's interesting to see him growing as a character, first overcoming the drugs, going through rehab, all that stuff, going back into drugs, and then pretty much having to come back out of it, dealing with his father, all that stuff. So it's interesting to see him going through all of this. The stuff with Fiona is kind of interesting to see if it's going to somehow affect Moriarty at all, because we know that she has feelings for Sherlock, so maybe seeing this new woman in his life could affect her somehow and make her want to kill Fiona. And I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It's thrown in there fairly well. I mean, it's not like pushing out the episode or anything like that, so that's good. But at the same time, I feel like they focused on it so little. Like, they opened up with him talking to her on the video phone about her job and stuff, but she doesn't want to talk about work, and then saying that she wants to meet up, and then he talks to Watson about it a little bit, talks to her a little bit about it again at the end before he's about to get on a conference call with her. So, I don't know, it's just kind of, I wish they'd focus on it maybe a little bit more. Well, not in this episode. I think as far as this episode goes, I like how much it was in this episode. I like the fact that it was very short, wasn't a whole lot to do. But the problem is, this is coming after, I don't even know how many episodes since the last time we even saw Fiona. So it's like, I feel like they're not touching on that enough to really just bring it up out of the blue and be like, oh yeah, he's still dating this girl and they're chatting on video. Where's she been this whole time? I want to know what's going on with that. You know, just don't just throw it out of nowhere at me and expect me to just be able to pick it up. You know, I really want to know what's going on with Sherlock and how it's affecting him, because ultimately that's part of this show, is to see Sherlock go through daily life as well. So I don't know. I like how much they talked about it in this episode, but overall, as far as the overarching story, I feel like it's just kind of thrown in one episode every half of a season that he's dating this girl. It's not enough. You know, I need at least talk about her at some point and mention the fact that they're still together or something like that. This is the first time she's even been mentioned this season. So those are the problems with it. We'll see where it's going. Hopefully it's going somewhere interesting. This isn't just oh, Sherlock has this fling and then that's it. You know, I want it to actually go somewhere where I'm just like, ooh, that was a good storyline. So we'll see where it's going. But for now, the case itself for this episode was really good. Really caught my interest. Made me want to see what was going to happen. Made me try to figure it out and stuff. So it was really fun to watch. So yeah, it was overall a very good episode. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What did you like and dislike about this episode? Let me know. We can talk about it and discuss all that good stuff. Leave a like and subscribe for future Elementary reviews, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace out.